A shining eagle emerges from a white cloud of vapor, the breath of a Victoria Arduino. Today, like 100 years ago, a golden eagle with spread wings that stands over the espresso coffee machine, the famous made in Italy symbol. Today, as ever, in the most exclusive bars and restaurants all over the world. Famous bars and restaurants, theatres and hotels, those that still have today that magical atmosphere, a mix of culture and high life of the 1900s. The Jules Verne in the Eiffel Tower. The Galopine, the historic brasserie by the Paris Stock Exchange. The Pastry Lounge, La Brioche Dorée by the Opera. L'Antico Caffè Greco in Rome. The Hotel Principe di Savoia in Milan. The history of the Victoria Arduino is tied to the history of the cafes that were, and are still, refined places of culture and enlightenment. Caffè Melette in Ascoli Piceno. The Florian in St. Mark's Square, Venice. Hotel San Pietro in Positano. Gran Café Giubbe Rosse in Florence. The Cambio restaurant in Renaissance Turin. Turin, in which years ago in 1905 the machine was created. One of the first using vapor, which above all was able to offer the taste of Italian coffee to the world. Pier Teresa Arduino, a technical mechanic, was the maker, and he dedicated the first model to his wife Victoria. The first model was the Venus, a vertical machine with refined lines which is not by chance named after the mythical figure of beauty. This was followed by Athena, a horizontally developed machine that in the mid-1900s was a trend setter for the choice of shape. A century has passed since the first example left the Turin factory, to be shown at exhibitions, and then very quickly became the synonym of excellent espresso coffee combined with good looks, which is an essential in the most elegant places, where artists and intellectuals such as Pirandello, D'Annunzio, Picasso, Puccini, Caruso gained ideas and inspiration. The Italian Post gave recognition to the famous machine with a special issue, and it became even more well known following a successful publicity campaign by the artist Leonetto Capiello in perfect harmony with the Art Nouveau trend. These models resist untouched by the winds of change and by sometimes too volatile fashion changes, and entering 2000 they win, more than ever, the attention of the world market for their quality and style. The Victoria Arduino, inspired by the original historic mechanism, has been able in the process to improve the machine with technical innovation, creating a perfect marriage between antique and contemporary, classic and innovative. At the base of this success is the culture of craftsmen that in the heart of Italy are able to produce a refined coffee-making machine. Every time a unique piece, forged by expert craftsmen, every part a masterpiece that cannot be copied in copper, brass and chrome. The traditional artisan shop is brought to life. Clever, experienced hands and the attention to detail of our craftsmen to pass on an original style to every machine. For the Victoria Arduino, the art of detail is not only a publicity slogan, but it is the firm starting point for production techniques and planning to produce high-quality, reliable machines. From material selection to the working of the sheet metal for the machine body, to the careful choice of the component parts for the machine. Every single working stage is aimed at combining looks and design with ergometrics. Here, historic collectible machines from the past are restored. In the Victoria Arduino laboratory, even the oldest machines are repaired and restored. In the historical machine assistance section, parts are reproduced that cannot be found. Here, the Venus, which for 25 years prepared espressi for millions of tourists, which crowded and continued to do so in the Jules Verne restaurant on the second floor of the Eiffel Tower, was refurbished as new. To buy a Victoria Arduino is like buying a piece of art. Its value is attached to the artistic, cultural and functional aspect of every quality product. The ability to represent an era, the ability to bring back memories of the years. A Victoria Arduino coffee machine represents the Italian style of the beginning of the 1900s, and today it is a living example, alive and contemporary. It is the history with art and culture and the additional value of a machine that has made excellent coffees for a century, as is the design that transforms from a bar accessory to a precious furnishing. You get the sensation, admiring a Victoria Arduino, that time has stood still. What is sure is that while tasting a good espresso coffee from a Victoria Arduino, time goes more slowly. In the era when time and space loses importance, the Victoria Arduino takes us back to the pleasure of tastes, to remind us of the eternity of antique values. That is why the golden eagle on the summit seems to be looking back to the past, and at the same time flying towards the future with more ambition to achieve new goals.